Welcome, welcome. Unfortunately, the first episode, the first show, was taken down by YouTube, citing third party violation. The third party violation they are referring to was the book that I play, a book, Hegemony or Survivor by Noam Chomsky. So I'm kind of shocked how that become a third party violation, but it is what it is. So still on the matter. Um, more warning strikes, more fireworks promised by Trump with his latest interview with the New York Times that if the Christian genocide continues, there's going to be more airstrikes. He admitted that yes, more Muslim too are being killed, but there are more Christian being killed. In his words, so so it seems Bola Tinubu no get deals. Bola Tinubu did not get a deal. Be they no agree. Whatever it is, I talk I say once if Tinubu should not come back without a deal. If he come back without a deal, bomb now go accompany him. It's as if that's exactly what is happening. And I don't know why the man is back in the country. If he's back in the country, somebody should let us know. Because, for Trump to be coming out to say more fireworks is coming, that means it can never get deal. So whatever it is, Tinubu, let us know where I'll go to help you fight at this point. Don't be stubborn. We are in this. Don't drag everybody in now. So una greed has dragged every innocent Nigeria into the power struggle that has the potential to wipe us all out or push us back to last century. Even though we see we are, we are still very much an agrarian society, you know. So tell us what you want. If we just shock you and deliver it. So President Donald Trump has indicated that the United States could carry out additional military strikes in Nigeria if violence against Christians continue, according to comments he made in a recent interview with the New York Times, published January 8th, 2026, and widely reported by the outlets like Reuters. This follows the U.S. military Christmas Day 2025 extract, December 25, targeting Islamic State linked militants, specifically groups like Lakarawa and ISIS Sahel province. In northwestern Nigeria and Sokoto State, the operation involved over a dozen Tomahawk cruises. The operation involved over a dozen Tomahawk cruise missiles launched from a U.S. naval ship in the Gulf region of Guinea. In coordination with the Nigerian government, U.S. Africa Command AFRICOM reported that multiple militants were killed, framing it as a counter-terrorism effort to disrupt violent extremist organizations. Trump described the initial strike as something he had loved to make a one-time strike, but added, but if they continue to kill Christians, it will be a many time strike. He also acknowledged that Muslims are killed in Nigeria too, responding to his African advisor's points about groups like Islamic State and Boko Haram targeting more Muslims than Christian are saying. I think that Muslims are being killed also in Nigeria, but it is mostly Christian. Context. So Tunubu is not back. A more threat has been this day. I don't think it's a threat no more. This one not be threat safe. The action is being carried out already, so it's no longer a threat. Trump has repeatedly highlighted what he called an extent existential threat. Existential threat to Christianity in Nigeria. Since late October 2025, accusing the government of failing to protect Christian communities from Islamic militants. This led to the Pentagon planning for potential intervention starting in November 2025. Nigerian government has consistently rejected claims of systematic persecution of or genocide against Christians, emphasizing that armed groups, including bandits, jihadists, and others, kill people of all faiths. Can't bother see public admissions. I mean, it's fucking crazy. This is not coming from Peter Obi who's looking for power, ordinary Nigerian citizen who's fed up. This is fucking coming from the commander in chief himself. That bandits and jihadists and others are killing people of all faiths, killing Nigerians pretty much, often driven by land disputes, banditry, and criminal motive rather than purely religious ones. Officials describe the Christian strike as a joint operation against terrorists with nothing to do with particular religion. Nothing to do with particular religions, but you are helping to carry out what they say they are doing. Isn't that crazy? Which is what? Eliminating those who are persecuting Nigerian Christians. Sokoto State is overwhelmingly Muslim, and locals, including Muslim elders and farmers, have expressed fear and confusion, with some questioning if the US is targeting Muslims broadly. Question lingers about the strike's precise impact, with limited evidence of militant casualties in some hit areas and reports of unintented damage. The Nigerian military continue to face ongoing scrutiny, challenging the Nigerian military continue to face ongoing security challenge in the north, including from Boko Haram, ISWAP affiliated, and other armed groups. So where is we now? The current sentiment around the Nigerian people, home and abroad, you know, is largely framed around the reflective breaking news that I'm talking about now, which you so Trump has given another signal of more strikes, Nigerian over attacks on Christians. These are the stuff you'll be hearing from other social medias. And warning of potential escalation. No new strikes have been reported as of January 15. The developing allied tension in Nigeria, relation focusing on counterterrorism, but complicated by different narrative on the nature of violence in Nigeria. Boom, boom, boom. Do, 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 do. So they'll bomb us to the Stone Age. I think that's the goal. If our leader miss calculates, bomb that fucking country to Stone Age. No new strike reported today. We'll see. So New York's time visited affected areas like Jabo in Sokoto State, shown local confuse and fear among predominantly Muslim community with limited visibility, evidence of militant casualties, and some unintent damage. Oh, Trump's stance resonates with some evangelicals and conservative audience in the United States who view it as a strong support for persecuted Christians. That's expected. Getting the support from the same Christian faith in America as expected, and it's a good omen for them. Good news to them. Congratulations, brothers in Christ. So, dun, 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 dun. Di-da-da-da. Let's go to might go X first. Let's see what the people are saying over the latest development. Trump promised poultry, more akara. You gotta go New York Times. Iko shogbo mami fortune, iye me teku. Kogbo mi fortune, abube besajafe. Iko shogbo mami fortune, teku. Wow, strange. All right. Let's see what's New York. Comments that traders. Wait. What should be yesterday? Is it? Okay. How many other treaties they won't withdraw for? So let me see. Let's start from here.
How long do you think you'll be running Venezuela?
Only time will tell.
Like 3 months, 6 months, a year, longer?
I would say much longer.
Much longer. And
We have to rebuild. You have to rebuild the country, and we will rebuild it in a very profitable way. We're going to be using oil, and we're going to be taking oil. We're getting oil prices down, and we're going to be giving money to Venezuela, which they desperately need. I would love to go. I think at some point it'll be safe.
What would trigger a decision to send ground troops into Venezuela?
I wouldn't want to tell you that because, I can't give up information like that to a reporter as good as you may be. I just can't talk about that.
would you do it if you couldn't get at the oil? Would you do it if...
They're treating us with great respect, as you know. We're getting along very well with the administration that is there right now.
Have you spoken to Delcy Rodriguez?
I don't want to comment. I speak all the time.
How long do you think you'll be running Venezuela?
Trump says U.S. oversight of Venezuela could
3 months,
last for
6 months, a
years.
year?
This article is by David E. Sanger, Tyler Pager, Katie Rogers, and Zolan Cano-Youngs, and read by an automated voice. President Trump said on Wednesday evening that he expected the United States would be running Venezuela and extracting oil from its huge reserves for years, and insisted that the interim government of the country, all former loyalists, now imprisoned Nicolas Maduro, is giving us everything that we feel is necessary. Only time will tell, he said, when asked how long the administration will demand direct oversight of the South American nation, with the hovering threat of American military action from an armada just offshore. Rebuild it in a very profitable, Mr. Trump said during a nearly 2-hour interview. We're going to be using oil, and we're going to be taking oil. We're getting oil prices down, and we're going to be giving money to Venezuela, which they desperately need. Mr. Trump's remarks came hours after administration officials said the United States plans to effectively assume control of selling Venezuela's oil indefinitely, part of a 3-phase plan that Secretary of State Marco Rubio outlined for members of Congress. While Republican lawmakers have been largely supportive of the administration's actions, Democrats on Wednesday reiterated that the United States was headed toward a protracted international intervention without clear legal authority. During the wide-ranging interview with the New York Times, Mr. Trump did not give a precise time range for how long the United States would remain Venezuela's political overlord. Would it be 3 months, 6 months, a year, longer? I would say much, the President replied. Over the course of the interview, a wide range of topics, including the fatal ICE shooting in Minneapolis, immigration, the Russia-Ukraine war, Greenland, and NATO, his health, and his plans for further White House renovations. Mr. Trump did not answer questions about why he recognized Mr. Maduro's Vice President Delcy Rodriguez as Venezuela's new leader instead of backing Maria Corina Machado, the opposition leader whose party led a successful election campaign against Mr. Maduro in 2024 and recently won the Nobel Peace Prize. He declined to comment when asked if he had spoken to Ms. Rodriguez. But Marcos speaks to her all the time, he said of the Secretary of State. Mr. Trump added, I will tell you that we are in constant communication with her and the administration. Mr. Trump also made no commitments about when elections would be held in Venezuela, which had a long democratic tradition from the late 1950s until Hugo Chavez took power in 1999. Shortly after 4 New York Times reporters sat down to speak with him, Mr. Trump paused the interview to take a call from President Gustavo Petro of Colombia, days after Mr. Trump threatened to target the country because of its role as a cocaine hub. As the call was connected,
Think about, let's see where the one he talked about possibility of giving it to us again.